etc. Alright, I'll try this again. I recorded this before, but I don't know what happened. Scott startled me because usually he'll, not always, but he'll usually text that he's, where he's, how close he is, so that, because we got the alarm thing. But this isn't, I'm trying to record this. I'll listen to it first. I recorded the whole thing, and I guess I didn't save. I don't know what the hell. It's as if I've never used it before. But it was a hell of a week. And, well, I'm sure you something. But, I'm going to make sure that you know that, I won't be, just disappearing. I'll be back. And so I'm going to try something and, or at least maybe it'll make up for it by giving you the whole week at one time, or at least, this tonight. This is Monday now. We're on past Monday, last Monday. So it is fake fiction for that, and letting you know what's coming up this week. Last Wednesday and yesterday day, and it's after 12 o'clock here. So for morning cereal on Wednesday edition, it is going to be Days of General Restlessness, episode 7. Finally, I proofread it, but I still have to read it. I'm going to read it after this because I'm doing them in order as they would have been done anyway. So I did, and I actually read it. I proofread it and I actually read it out once, and then listened to it, and I kind of mark off how many little mistakes. I'm not perfect. I'm trying, but hopefully I'll get better. But I'm never going to be perfect because nobody is. So I just will try. I'm trying to learn my strengths enough to play up to them and get better. But I think I'm doing at least all right in keeping it so that you don't lose the story by something I do. If anybody has any suggestions that might help me, and I got all into actually this podcasting because of my friend Laurel. When I was growing up, in church, we had a family move in from Oregon, or maybe they were coming from Washington, but they were from Oregon, but it doesn't matter. And there was mother and father, and then a daughter, and she was a few years younger than me. I don't know how. I can't remember how many years younger than me Rachel is, but she's always been, kind of like, quick and more adult in her intelligence and her ability to understand things. And so, it was always like she was at least, my age. And I can remember us coming out to each other because, we knew each other from, I think, 8 or something. And they introduced me to Doctor Who. In fact, we used to go to the band club meetings. So, circling back around, Rachel's parents, Bill and Laurel. Bill is, I'm sorry, I think he was with the Parks Department, and I just thought of that. I hope that's true. I love Parks and Recreation. But he would be out of town, quite a bit, like my dad actually. And I enjoyed, visiting with Laurel as much as I did visiting, with Rachel and doing stuff with Rachel. And we kind of kept in contact a couple times over the years, but we got back in contact for a good while. And I sent her Smithereens, which was not the first story I did after Scott and I got together. That's Agent 1022, which I may do after Slumberguard too. This was the first Witch of Nothing story I did. I had been outlining the book that I wanted to do, and which of course ended up being a series of books. But I just had to step back. But I had to have so many notes, and I had to step back. And I thought to myself, I've got to write something. I keep all this outlining just keeps getting bigger. And like, I'd have nightmares when I was waiting tables, getting sat and going to the table, taking the order, and noticing they sat me at the table next to that, and I, say, okay, well, I'll just grab this order before I can run in the back, and then meanwhile they're seating the third table, and it just goes on and on. You can never put any of the damn orders in. So I wrote Smithereens. And it was, it gave me a good chance to create some more secondary characters for the tale. It's an interesting tale. And what I've got finished now is a collection of short stories I call the Which of Nothing Preambles, because they pretty much lead up to what is going to happen in the book. And there will be some overlapping too, but even in these stories, they overlap, but they're quite varied in what's going on, and some, I don't know if I can conceptualized some interesting things, I believe. And of course, I'll put some, religious type stuff in there just to mess with, people who can't separate fact from fiction. So getting back to Laurel. So I sent her Smithereens, and she said she liked it, and, like, I guess, the rest of my friends, I don't believe anybody, but she talked about, like, reading it aloud, and, and for understanding, and I'm like, yeah, I've done that so many times, and I'd kind of forgotten about that aspect of things, because it does help you see if you wrote it a way that could be said the way you pictured it or imagined it. And that really, well, then things happened, and I got off track for a while. A lot of things. In fact, I got to email Laurel and let her know everything that's happened and about the podcast and how she inspired me. Because when I was getting back into stuff, trying, I began thinking about doing this, and so it has helped me, and I hope it helps for her listening enjoyment too. But she's gonna be tickled. Hopefully that there's I've already got so much going on here. What else? So Wednesday will be Days of General Rest. This is number 7, and then Friday's morning serial is going to be the trailer for Slumberguard 2 Gift Shop. This one, of course, has the somebody waking up after a million years again, and I thought of it when I've already talked about this one at the end of the first one, and I thought I could do this again, just keep bringing people forward, but then I'm like, well, I don't know. Then they kind of all get jumbled up into a knotted web of my storyline. But I fixed that. It's and I think I fixed it very well, and hopefully you'll be pleased. But my favorite thing is, of course, you see the gift shop that you only see from the outside in the first one, and Winter's Goop. I know this is supposed to be on the trailer, but so I'll leave that. I'll just let you discover that Friday, which will happen soon. Inside the gift shop, though, and the 2 robots, because I fashioned them after my friends Rena and Colleen. Now Rena is one of the 2 people in my life that makes me laugh the most. Andrea and I are, is one of those, we especially feed off of each other and keep each other going and laughing. Just keep it going. And then Rena is just full of quirky and amazing ways of expressing herself and naming things and saying that. I love playing with words, and making up words and all that shit, and she, when it comes to certain aspects like nickname or names period, she's really good at it, but she's also really good at looking at the situation and saying something really funny about it. Colleen is sometimes a hot mess, but she is such a good multitasker, and I don't understand, it's such a big old family, but she just is hilarious sometimes. Some of the things that she'll ask Rena, and or confess to Rena or something, and it's incredible. It's like I don't know. If I didn't know who she was, I might not believe her, because the insanity she finds herself embroiled in, or sometimes just saying, hilarious. But I don't think I've ever seen her when she didn't smile. So I turned them into their little relationship, and of course, twisted it and created them as robots in there. But I'll talk about that in the trailer a lot more. So I hope they really enjoy that, because I know, I think they listened to part or Slumber Guard, the first one. I think so. I'm pretty sure we're gonna listen to part 1, but I think those were still low volume. I should go back and re-record. I'm going to do that. I am going to, oh God, it's going to take some time, so I'm going to do the best I can. I'll have to spread it out, but with everything going, we're going to move, and so they'll be packing and running around and making lists and all that shit, throwing shit away. Lots of shit to do. So I'm going to be treading water a little bit here, but know that that's what's going on, and not me faltering and stopping. That kind of comes into play when I get just disgusted with life, and I'm like, well, that's it, it's over. No more podcasts, no more any writing. No, it's over, it's done. I'm just gonna sit here and wither, but then I wake up. So so that'll be Friday. You'll get the trailer and listen to it, because I've already got it. I've got that outlined, unlike this episode. But I swear I'm trying to get better. Just bear with me, please, people. I think I'll get more funny when I get more comfortable. Because again, people tell me I'm funny, but I don't know. So I think there's a conspiracy that they've all concocted, and I've known that for a long time, because in the club days I would be. I think I mentioned this before. I'd wait out everybody, and I would be the last person to leave, so that the group could not talk about me after I was gone. And part of that comes from us doing it when somebody would leave. And I'm like, I don't want them to talk about me when I'm gone. Like I could stop them from doing that anyway. And club days, and of course I was doing drugs, so that was not good. Oh my goodness. That's that. That's about where Scott came in and interrupted me earlier, and it scared me so much. I guess I got rid of that recording, because I looked back in voice memos and there was an 8-second recording. I finally figured out how to extend the song to the right length. Oh my God, in GarageBand. And oh my God, and recording vocals, and I'm really starting to get that. I think so. I'm going to be able to. Maybe I'll try it with Taste of General Restlessness tomorrow, or Wednesday's episode, because I could do it in GarageBand instead of voice memo, and maybe that would help it sound better. I think on the phone it helps too, better than the iPad, I'm thinking, but we shall see. I'm still going to be trying different things to figure out which one works the best, but I got to remember, I need to go back and re-record, and I need to try recording in GarageBand now that I can make the song longer than 20 seconds, or in total, like what was it, 6-something minutes was as long as you can make it. So I think it does have a limit of like 35 minutes. So I'll have to really make sure when I'm reading something. Yeah, that's where something like Slumber Guard 2 may be split up into 3 parts. But I'm going to let you go because it's 15 minutes, so that's my good half of episode for the trailer. Trailer, not the trailer. For fake fiction. What am I talking about? I like 30 minutes for fake fiction. See, everything's a mess. I'm a mess. I've got crap in my studio. Granted, it's our crap, but still, everything's. What's the word? It's because it's not a kerfuffle. It's not an action, but everything is discombobulated. That's it. Yes, that's my whole life right now is discombobulated. And I just keep treading that water. I'm just gonna keep treading that water because eventually it'll go away, and I can relax. But I will, since it's Monday, I will see you in 2 days with Days of General Restlessness on Clumsy Hippo's morning cereal, and then again 2 days after that on Friday for the trailer version of Clumsy Hippo's morning cereal. And that's it, folks. No song, no nothing, no fanfare. Just goodbye.